All right, what is going on, guys? gdoggcasey here, getting ready for the beginning of our Crusader Kings 3 Let's Play slash playthrough slash whatever you want to call it. So let's just get some things out of the way here. Crusader Kings 2 was an incredibly complicated game in which I still loved, and I tried playing a few times in the past. And I would always get like reasonably far, and then, you know, I'd end up getting overwhelmed by something, and then just another game that took less of my mental facilities to play would just win me over, and I'd move over to that. So CK3 is very similar, but I feel like they crafted it in a way that just, for some reason, it's hard to really pinpoint, but it just makes it a little easier to understand. It doesn't necessarily make the game easier, it's just easier to sort of understand, right? And to wrap your mind around. So before we jump into our new series, I just want to show you, this is what I've been able to accomplish playing on my own. I was contemplating whether or not I was going to accept that call to war, but as it stands now, in my kind of offline game, I have been just dominating Ireland, which is a pretty good place to start as a newbie. I started at the recommended, as the recommended Earl of Merchat or whatever it was, or Munster, and I managed to just slowly but surely take over Ireland with my first character. We united the entire kingdom, and then he died, and this guy took over, who has an incredible diplomacy score, and you can just see we have tons of kids. They all love me. For the most part, our vassals... Oh, let me go the right thing. Our vassals really like me. There's one guy who's got a bit of a problem, and I can just like very easily just like sway these guys to like me. So it seems like if I wanted to just sit tight and be the king of Ireland without any further expansion, I don't really know how things can go wrong, except for once succession starts happening and, you know, whatever. But I just wanted to kind of show you that's where I'm at in terms of skill. Hopefully this doesn't close the whole game. All right, let's go here. So we're going to say goodbye to that, though, and we're going to go ahead and start a new series and a new character. So I've already made up my mind, and what I've decided to do is start in 867, the Great Adventurers. Every dynasty comes from a humble beginning. The climb to power is usually a slow process, each generation moving a few steps up the ladder, though through carefully planned marriages and ceaseless wars. But these are times of great change and upheaval. With a lot of courage and maybe a little luck, a hero might raise their family name from obscurity to a legend. Are you ready to take on the challenge? And it's a recommended start. And not only are we going to go with the recommended start, but we're going to take it even further. We're going to go with the easy start. We're going to play as Rurik Rurikid, who owns Novgorod up here. And it's an easy start. We're actually just going to go ahead and click on it. I've already decided on this, and I even played like the first 20 minutes, and then realizing that it kind of fits my playstyle, I decided, okay, I stopped there, and I was going to start again today with the recording. Few have risen from nothingness to greatness like the brave Rurik. Together with his brothers, he brought order to the eastern wilderness, and since their deaths, he is the lone ruler of a great chiefdom. Yet this is only the beginning. One day, Rurik's descendants will found the Tsardom of Russia, or will they? The destiny of this great dynasty rests in your hands. Let's click start right away. So we're playing as Rurik, and one of the big reasons why is because he just fit my playstyle like 100%. He fit the way that I want to play the game. So let's go ahead and look at him. He's gregarious, so he likes to speak with people, and he's just generally pretty friendly. He's ambitious, which just gives us a lot of stats, and it's pretty good. He is just, so he believes in what's right. And he's brave, which increases his military and stuff like that. Also gives him a 100% likelihood of dying in battle, which I didn't notice until just now. He's got brilliant strategist, so a 4-star martial learning capability. He's an organizer, and he's quick, which is a congenital trait, as it states here, which means that he can give that trait on to our kids. He's also already married to a woman who is wrathful, which is a little bit... I don't remember. What's the opposite of wrathful? I thought it was just, but maybe that's not true. Can't remember what the opposite is. Oh, arbitrary is the opposite of just. Oh yeah, so it should say here. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Anyway, she's also just. She's brave. She's a fortune builder, and she's intelligent, which is like a level 2 of intelligence, and then the third level is genius, which is even better. So chances of us having smart kids is very good. She's also strong, which is another congenital trait, I think, or maybe it's not. It's a physical trait. Well, so is that. But this one's not congenital, where it says this one is. Regardless, we're good people, you know? We're not evil. Like, some of these characters you can get are, like, sadistic, and they want to torture people, and it's fun to play that way, but it doesn't really fit my playstyle. At least, you know, I have to kind of change the way I play to make them work. And it's just, with this, it's nice and simple, you know? It's just the way that I want to play. Of course, maybe our heirs will end up being worse, but this is our heir. He's our one son. He is arrogant, greedy, and stubborn. Not quite as skilled as the father. He likes to fight in the forest. He's quick, and he's a legitimized bastard. Speaking of that, we actually have the ability to take 3 concubines, and we probably will, just so we can spew out a bunch of kids. So, I've never really done a series on CK2 or 3 before, so I'm not exactly sure how it's going to play out, but we're just going to do our best. And usually what I like to do is just get rid of these notifications up top here. Obviously, we're going to choose Marshall. At the beginning, it's the best time to expand. So we're going to be trying to expand, and our guy is already almost maxed out on Gallant. So we're going to go ahead and take Chivalry Focus, which helps with the Gallant tree. It gives us more prowess, so we have better chance to win in battle. People are attracted to us, and we also get more advantage in battles as well. That's just the one I like. This one gives you dread and, you know, makes you more of an authoritative figure. And this one is all strategy. But with Chivalry, we're kind of like that, what is it? Like, you know, from Dragon Age Origins, you know, the king, what's his name? Kalen? Is it King Kalen? I don't know. He just gives me vibes like that. Or maybe, like Achilles from the movie Troy. Like, you know, Brad Pitt, sort of handsome, never loses a fight kind of thing. So that's what we're going with here. We're going to take Chivalry, and eventually we'll finish out this Gallant tree. And that's going to just help us with things. We have more prowess from this. We can do courtship, so romancing our wife is going to be easy. Our knights are stronger, which is nice. Our marriage acceptance is going to... We're already married, so that doesn't matter. Friendly fatal casualties. Never back down. Minus 20%. That sounds very good. Less casualties. King's Guard. We get 4 extra knights, which is sweet. Loyalty and respect. Our spouse respects and is loyal to us. And then we're going to end up getting Peacemaker and some other things too. So we're going to start with Marshall. We got a 23 in this skill. We also have an 18. Like, this guy is stacked, man. He's got good stats. So we're going to have a pretty easy go of it to begin with, at least hopefully. He's also 37 years old, so he's still got about half of his life left, hopefully. And his wife is 17, so she's nice and young and fertile. So she's going to be pumping out kids, hopefully. Or we'll be pumping them into her, if you want to put it that way. We actually start off above our domain limit, so that's gonna be something that we got to take care of nice and early. Now, I know that there are, like, some people like to just keep going above their domain limit. I've actually just recently seen a video about, like, the quote-unquote North Korea strategy, where you just own absolutely everything. But I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to try to play it following the rules as good as we can. We have a ton of money, too, but we might be spending some of that pretty soon. Okay, so first, let's look at our domain. So what we can do is we can look at monthly income, and we're getting 2.4 gold from our domain, and we can see which domains are giving us the money, right? These are our 5 domains, which we only have the stewarding power to hold 4. Unless, if I go to council real quick and I put her on manage domain, which, by the way, is her best stat. She's got a 21 in that, which is very high. I was wondering if it would give me the ability to... Because the higher your stewardship, the more domains you can manage. Domain limit +5, it says. So I wonder if I let some time go by. I'm going to do this, like, real quick. Oh my god, it went up to 7. So we actually don't have to give away that domain anymore. So I was going to give it away, but now we can just hold on to it. We want to try to keep as many domains under our control as we can. Because as you can see, if we look here, our vassals are only giving us 0.4 gold per turn. And we can get even more details again by just mousing over this. It's just 0.1 for each of them. So, alright. So I thought I was going to have to give away a domain, but now we don't have to. So let's go ahead and do something else. let's look at our council. This is going to be important. So let's see. Our wife has the ability to help us in anything that we like. And we're going to choose manage domain for now because we really like that we have such a high stewardship. Our this is kind of like our bishop, but things are a little different, by the way, because our government is not feudal. It's a tribal government, so things run a little bit differently. And if you want to pause it, you can have a look at this. It changes a lot of things. We pay our soldiers with prestige instead of gold, for example. So that's just something that is different. We don't follow certain rules. There's just different ways that tribal works, and I'm not the right one to explain it. I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? So you're not going to learn much from this series, but if you are an expert and you know how you can help me out, of course, I would love it if you would leave some tips in the comments below. I record 5 videos ahead of time, so it'll take some time to get to it, but, you know, still, I appreciate it. So go ahead and do that if you so desire. So our... Oh my god. Wait, is this our wife? No, she just looks a little bit like our wife. We can actually change her. She is not a vassal. So let's see if we have anyone with better learning. We actually don't. So we're just going to allow her to stay in that job. She's only got 11. She's going to basically be working on just keeping us in good tidings with our religious people. Oh, is that time not paused? Okay, we've just been playing a little bit, so I didn't realize that. Sweaty, tired, and need of food. A long day of training with the troops is coming to an end. As we search for a place to camp, we spot an old abandoned castle in the distance. Laughing, I declare, that is where we'll make camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin, it looks more ominous. Before long, the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. Okay. Heightened soldier morale. +2 advantage. Ah. I've never seen this one. I mean, the +2 advantage seems good, but let's risk it. Darkness, dampness, and desolation reign inside the castle, and all traces of life are gone. Peering up decaying stairs, I spot what might be the remnants of lush tapestries and old paintings. Looking down spiraling steps, I see only darkness reaching far down into the ground underneath the castle. Oh my god, are we going to keep going? It's going to cause us stress, but we'll be facing our fears. Oh, we have a 99% chance. Okay, we're doing it. I faced my fears for 10 years. Okay. All right. First of all, the game was supposed to be paused during all of that, so I apologize. We actually lost some time there. Okay, so our... We don't have a good option for our bishop here. 11 is about as good as it's going to get. Our chancellor is terrible. He is also not a vassal, or not a strong vassal. So we can actually change this guy. But once again, there's nobody that's very good. So we're just going to have to wait. He'll do the job. He loves us anyway, so that's fine. Our steward is also terrible, but he is a strong vassal. So switching him out might not be a great idea. Is he good at anything? He's okay at learning. Why don't I switch him? So hold on. Chieftain Cairo. We're going to switch... Do I not have that option? Or maybe, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to switch him out anyway. He's got a +45 opinion of me. And when I switch him with this guy, he's going to lose like 40 opinion, I believe. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to assign him. Okay, so -60 total. That's fine. We're going to do it because we need a good steward, and he's a good steward. This guy is also a powerful vassal. He's only got 11 marshal. So right now we can tell our council is not very strong. Luckily, we'll be able to swap this guy in. I mean, he's only got a 9 spy master, or 9 intrigue. This guy has 9 as well, so it's pretty much no difference to swap them. And now we have a 17 marshal, which is much better. And as for this, any intrigue, we got 10. It's a courtier. Yeah, no, we'll let them stay here. So something that's important, guys, is that this little symbol here means they're a powerful vassal. If they consider themselves a powerful vassal, they really desire to be on the council, and if they're not, they don't like it. So the guy we just kicked out might actually throw a hissy fit, and it could cause a problem. But it was only one guy, and he's not going to hate us that much. Let's have a quick look at how much he hates us now. So is it this guy? No, it wasn't even him. I think it was... Wow, our vassals are not very happy. This guy. So we're going to have to be careful with this guy. He might try to, you know... He might try to create a faction against us. Peasants. Okay, we have a couple peasant rabbles that might want to start a fight with us later on. Regardless, let's get back to the council. So he's just making our... Or she, by the way, is making our religious figureheads like us a little more. Our chancellor is going to work on domestic affairs. I always put this guy on domestic affairs. It gives him a better chance at making our vassals happier. And I care more about myself and my realm than I do about the people around us. So I'll put him on there. Our steward is going to be collecting taxes. Later on, we might have him increase development, but for now, he's just going to be collecting taxes. Our marshal is going to be organizing levies, because we are going to be going to war very soon. And our spy master is just going to be disrupting schemes against us. He's not very good, so he's not going to do much for us here, but he, you know, other people who try to scheme to murder us or figure out our secrets and stuff like that, he's going to try to help us fend them off. He's not going to be very good at it, though. Okay, so good. As far as the council is set up, I'm pretty happy with that. Again, we can look at our military. We're low on knights, or they call them champions in the tribal age. So, first of all, he's going to be allowed to join. He's my steward. He probably will join. I'm not going to force him. This guy's got 11, so I will recruit him to court. It's going to cost me 3 gold, and he'll probably become a knight. And a lot of our knights are pretty garbage, like very garbage. Okay, so since our knights are so bad, our marshal has the ability to train commanders, which gives us a decent chance at getting new knights each month. But before we do that, instead what I might do is just invite champions. How much does it cost? 150 prestige, which is pretty high. But we're going to get 3 able-bodied men with 12 or more prowess. So they might even be much higher than 12, which is going to make them pretty helpful for our cause. So this is a good way to start. We're going to send the Herald to try to get more champions and allow us to build that number, because we don't want to go into war with less knights than we need. Okay, let's have a look at our court. We need to have a court physician, which scales off the learning skill. So we got a 12 here, and that's it. So oh, it's my wife. She's only 17. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to make her the court physician. I might have been able to get a better one, but the thing is, she's got 12 learning, and she's young. So what I've noticed is when you put a young person in as the court physician, they kind of grow into it, and they get better and better over time. Since she's about as young as possible, I feel like this is pretty good. I don't know if her learning is going to get higher over time, but she will, you know, hopefully, we'll see what happens with that. It'll be a pretty good experiment. The other option would have been to search for one and invite somebody and get somebody random. Alright, so first what we want to do is try to fix some of these problems with our vassals. So let's go to the vassals. Oh, another thing we're going to want to do, yeah, is pass limited tribal authority, which is going to cost us 308 more prestige. But it's very important to do this. It allows us to imprison characters. Tribal rulers with non-tribal lieges may settle, becoming feudal or clan. Okay. Regardless, we want to end up getting up to absolute tribal authority at some point, so we can then get out of the tribal government and move towards feudal, which is very confusing if you don't know the game. It's confusing even if you do know the game, so whatever. But we're just going to go ahead and do this now, because you can only pass this law once every 10 years, so we might as well get that countdown started. Again, we're going to lose prestige for that, but that's fine. Next up, this guy really doesn't like us. We are going to use our gregarious... Oh, that's my wife. We're going to use our gregarious and our, you know, our good traits here to try to make him like us. 92% chance he's going to like us, so we're going to do that. I really want my vassals to like me, you know? That's important. So we're going to start with that, and we're going to have a scheme going to make him like us more. As far as a hostile scheme, I don't really know what I would do with that. Is there anyone in my... anyone that I want to do something negative to? I mean, I don't want to imprison or murder anybody, so we'll just keep that for now. Maybe we'll find someone else to be hostile against. Again, we've looked at the factions. They're just peasant rabble. I'm not too worried about them. And as far as decision goes, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do with these. We're going to adopt feudal ways one day. But in order to do this, there's a lot of things. We need absolute tribal. We need our religion to be an organized faith. Let's look at our religion, by the way, because this is one of the most like interesting things about this character. You know, he's gregarious. He likes people. He's ambitious. He's just. He's brave. And, you know, it's just a little matter of the Asatru faith that he follows that loves human sacrifice. And they love war. And they worship their ancestors. So, human sacrifice is like a big thing. Deceitful, craven, and forgiving are all sins. Wrathful, brave, and vengeful are all virtues for this. It's male-dominated. Adherent of other faiths will have opinion penalties of 50%. Pluralist. Okay, so they kind of understand that other religions exist. They don't necessarily seem too bad with other faiths. Temple holdings are leased out to their holder's realm priest, who then serves them as a theocratic vassal. Okay, and there's a bunch of other things too. We can have consorts and concubines. Divorce is allowed whenever we want. There's some religions that don't allow divorce. We can legitimize our bastards, which is important because we might be having bastards with our concubines. You're allowed to marry your cousin. So cousins are not incestual in this faith. Worth noting. Same-sex relations are criminal, though. Deviancy, so I think that's like cheating on your wife, is criminal. Or whatever, or maybe there's some other things that fall under deviant. But it's criminal, so you can be imprisoned for that. Male adultery, so that's cheating on wives, is not allowed. Same thing with female. Kinslaying is a criminal act, and witchcraft is criminal as well. And then this stuff I don't know too much about. But I'm getting bored of this screen, so let's move out of it. Either way, human sacrifice is fun. So this is our realm, Holmgarder. Which, by the way, because... So let's have a quick look at the duchy title, first of all. This is the Duchy of Holmgarder. We have that duchy title. There's also the Jarldom of Vepsia, which is this one. Also a duchy. We have the title of. So the only title we don't have is the Duchy of Luki. So who has the Duchy of Luki? Nobody. It hasn't been created yet. What do you know? We check this. Titles can be created. The Kingdom of Novgorod and the Duchy of Luki. So we can control the Duchy of Luki, but we also can control the entire Kingdom of Novgorod, and we can become a king right off the bat. We have the money for it as well. The reason is because we have these two duchies inside our realm, so we have a majority of the land in the kingdom, so we can name ourselves king, which is going to cost us 250 gold, but we're going to get 400 prestige, so we're going to do that right away. Create. Boom. You're now a mighty king. We just started the game. Also, our heir is unmarried, so we're going to check that. So this means we can adopt now a special succession type, which we can switch to elective. But I don't think I want to switch to elective. I think that's going to make things very confusing. Right now, the way that it works is all my titles are split amongst my kids, and I only have one kid right now, which might make a case for having just one kid make sense, but that doesn't fit our character. We're going to have lots of kids, I can already tell. We'll just deal with that later as we move there. But now we have a kingdom title, so we're wearing a crown. My wife is a queen, and we are king of Rurikid, which is the name of our kingdom. Rurikid. And we have other kingdoms around. And also, we can take it one step further to empire, and boom, the Empire of Russia. This is going to be our initial plan. Okay? We're going to try to become the Emperor of Russia. So, that is what we are going to be moving to begin with. Let's go back to our normal title. So, but now that we're a king, I don't know. A few things happen. We can take a concubine, by the way. There's two here we can choose from. Wait, what do I do? Do I just... Oh, I click on that. Take her as my concubine. I thought it was going to allow me to do it again, but she's basically just like a girl that you bang on the side, and sometimes kids come out. You're allowed to do it in this religion. They don't see any problem with it. And our wife doesn't care either if it's like that. So that's what we do. We're going to wait for these champions to show up. We haven't received them yet. And we can create the Duchy of Luki as well, which I think we should just do. That I've seen some YouTubers and some pros at this game, they just like, they have reasons for not creating these titles, but I'm just going to do it. I want all that prestige. And the prestige is going to help us big time. Okay, what happened here? So, okay, I see. We hold too many duchies now. So we have 3 duchy titles, and people don't like it when you have more than 2. So we're going to have to give away some of these duchies. So let's have a quick look here. You know what? I'm going to... People say you should do this. Where are my settings? Game... Tooltip mode, action lock. Okay. So I think the way this works now is I can middle click and it allows me to go there. I'm not really used to that. It might cause some problems, but that's fine. We're going to try to get used to it. Right. We have too many duchies. So we want to give away the duchy title to somebody. This guy owns the Chiefdom of Yangi, which is inside the Duchy of Vepsia. So he doesn't need the Duchy of Luki. We might have some good... actually, I think if you... So if we click on ourselves and we click on the Duchy of Luki, we can grant it to somebody. So who would be a good person to give this to? Our steward? He's got great stewardship, so he'd be pretty good at running a duchy. He's a giant. He's architect. Wow. Yeah, this guy seems great. Craven, generous, just, Midas touched. Yeah, that's why he's such a good, good duchy, or a good steward. I mean, yeah. I mean, he seems like a good option, right? Who else would we give it to? I know we can give it to our son. I don't know how that actually ends up working. Our son, Helgi, is not landed. He's unlanded. If I gave him the duchy, I don't exactly know how that plays out for me later. So I think, you know, and again, if you guys have insight on that, I would love it. I am the opposite of many YouTubers. Like, a lot of people hate backseating. The thing is, in YouTube comments, I really couldn't care. The only thing I don't like is when people, like, spoil story elements, but it's pretty hard to do that in CK3. So you guys can tell me why I'm wrong or what I'm doing incorrectly. But for sure, what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to give Luki to Ashborn. And he's now going to be noble, I think that means. He's going to be the Duke of Luki. He's going to love us for 50 years. I gain 40 stress because I'm ambitious. Oh my god, is that going to put me over my stress limit? No, it won't. Okay. Alright, let's do it. So that's interesting. Because I'm ambitious, it doesn't want me to give away the title. But we have to anyway, so. Ashborn, welcome to the kingdom. There we go. So that's another vassal. He's now a powerful vassal who loves us. Great. Our other vassals are not too thrilled. Liege holds de jure duchy. Yeah, so this is another thing that he doesn't like me because I hold the duchy that he has 2 parts of. Is it really the Jarldom of Holmgar? So what do you have? Pskov and Sebej. Yeah. They're counties inside the Duchy of Holmgarder, which is what I started with, so there's no way he's getting any of that. He can just deal with it. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and find a wife for our heir. Amazonian. What? Herculean? Oh my god. She's 16 years old. She has a congenital trait of Amazonian, +8. Huge boost to health. Oh my god, she looks good. Arbitrary, paranoid, and honest. She's a terrible steward. Okay. Let's, no, we don't want to click that button. Let's look for inheritable traits and sort by sum of all skills and see what we got here. Alright, Wrathful, Brave, Arbitrary, Quick, 16 Martial, 16 Learning. Very nice. She's pretty good. This one is Paranoid, Diligent, and Chaste. Chaste is not good. We don't want that. She's also Intelligent, which sucks a bit. Robust. Sophia's 18. She's intelligent. She's got great diplomacy. Forgiving, temperate, and trusting. She's just such a nice person. Forgiving is a sin, by the way, in our religion, but she looks very good. Oh, hold on. We got a genius here. 24 years old. Temperate, patient, just. Nicely balanced skills. Genius is even better. She's also not forgiving, which is a sin for our religion. I think she's just going to win out. She's located in Vidzimi. Where is this? Right there. Okay. Well, we'll be taking that land soon, I believe. Are we going to? No, maybe not. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and marry our heir off to her. She's a genius, which is incredibly helpful. Is that still on? Inheritable. Sum of all skills. There she is. Dyria. Welcome to the family. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, now we do want to wait for our... Let's let some time pass. Finally unpause the game on purpose here. And we're going to wait for some of these champions to show up so we can bolster our army with them. Alright, so that marriage is set. Hopefully they can start having some kids. Did I actually do the decision? I did, okay. So at this point, shouldn't we be there? They haven't showed up yet, so I guess we're just waiting. We also, actually, this would be a good time to get our men-at-arms started. We're going to make a regiment of bowmen. And a regiment of pikemen. Excuse me? You know what's weird? I find this specific menu to be pretty buggy sometimes. So I think that's what's happening here. But so bowmen are good because they beat skirmishers. Skirmishers are like light footmen, which most enemies will have. And then the pikemen are good because they counter cavalry, which is just nice to have. So let's start. See, I have to click a couple times to get that going. Start with that. And they're chewing away at our prestige per month now. So let's let some time go by. Okay, a champion has arrived. Thank you. Who are you? 13 prowess. Recruit to court. Become a champion. We need a few more. But as we do this, these guys are building up. See, they can get up to 100, I think. So we're just waiting for them to fill up over time. Going to speed 3 is pretty good for that, I think. Yeah, 15. Good. We'll do that. Did I invite you to court yet? Okay, this guy is pretty good. We're going to recruit him. He'll become a champion. So we're 8 out of 11 now. Some of these, I wouldn't call these people champions, that's for sure. In fact, I would almost, like, forbid them. I don't want these people to be going into battle when they suck so bad. Just heard something. Another champion has arrived, I believe. Oh, no, that's... Oh, we just got more money because our steward is so good. This guy is amazing. I'm glad I made him a duke. He deserves it. We only have 4 knights, though. So it's hurting the quality of our army, but I don't want these guys to just die, right? This guy's got 10. I'll recruit him to court. It's only 3 gold. I don't care too much about you. You're not, you know, one of my... Actually, yeah, just allow this guy too. People who are... So he's my marshal. I don't want him to die. I definitely don't want my son to die in battle. This guy just showed up. Recruit him to court. There we go. Our champions are rounding out a little bit. And it's going to take some more time. And we can't do this again until 877, so another 10 years. They're not fantastic, but they're not terrible. Yeah, he's being forbid. Why didn't he like me? Oh. He's got a different religion. And our wife is already pregnant. Okay. That's amazing. So let us find out. Who are we going to attack now? Let's pause it. Who should we attack first? So we already know we want to form Russia. So just make sure that we are attacking places that kind of help with that. So since we already have all of this, I guess we can move north and then yeah, and then basically head and sort of shave it off from here and then head south. That makes sense. So we want the kingdom of Bjarmaland. So that's where we're starting. So let's go to Volgada, 18. So here's something, right? Because of our religion, which isn't even kind of noted on the map yet, of Asatru. By the way, it's all over here, right? This is where all of the Asatru people live. We're like kind of on our own out here. It's not even really solidified as the religion in this area. I wonder if there's something I can do about that. Convert faith in county. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, what's the faith here? It seems like none of these people... Am I wrong here? What does it say when I come over here? Yeah, it says Asatru. But when I come here, it says Slovenska Pravad. So let's just do that. Let's see if this helps. She's going to be... Actually, go here. Right here. Yeah. Because I think that's where our capital is. I can't actually tell... Yeah, no. That's this place. Home Guard. Yeah. So we'll convert this to Asatru. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so you... Because we're a different religion, though, the whole point that I was trying to make is we can do holy wars. So we can conquer a county. It does cost us 75 prestige. We can conquer a duchy. It costs us 375. Why is this important? Why does it say my level of fame is... It won't let me do it because I need to be illustrious. Okay, not because I don't have the fame to pay. I definitely do have the fame or the prestige to pay, but I haven't reached a level of illustrious, so I got to get there. I'm only established right now. All right, so we'll do the county. We're going to take the county of Vologda. He has vastly inferior troops. So let's go ahead and declare war. Move this down to tier 2. We're going to raise all of our armies. And we will unpause the game. Oh, by the way, isn't there a way to set a rally point? We want to change our rally point to, like, below 0. So it's not going to work now because I just raised the troops, but next time they're going to start to rally here. We're going to be going to war up here most often, so that's what we're doing. Alright, we got the war music going. The troops are rallied. And we're just going to send over here. Yeah, the reason why we want to move the rally point is we have some impassable terrain here. But we should be able to take these guys out pretty easily. As far as our regiments, they're pretty much full. And these guys are going to help us pretty significantly in the battle as well. Because they're... The thing about levies is that levies are like peasant spearmen. He's going to get there first and start to siege, so we want to just kick him out of that location before we siege. These guys are actual soldiers. So these guys are more important, but they cost a lot. So we have to just make sure that we can manage that. Yeah, so this siege is in progress. It's going to take him 8 to 7 months to do that. Oh, did I get another champion? Hold on. Oh, I was already there. A 21? Get in my army immediately. Haralder. Thank you, dude. You are now my best knight immediately. Also, we are commanding our own army. So that's something to keep in mind. Technically, we can die in battle, so... That'd be a pretty funny way to start this. Alright, let's speed this up a bit. Or was I paused? Oh, I was paused. Kick these guys out. They might just run away. Yeah, there they go. Alright, and we want to take Vologda, I believe. This place. Yeah. So let's just go there. Hopefully they won't just turn around and siege up again. Yeah, I keep forgetting that we're paused. So if they cross the river, and then I start my siege, which they are. So once the arrow turns that gray color, it means their movement is locked in. So you know they're going to go that way now. So now we're going to start this siege. And our siege will be done before their siege. So then we will be able to finish our siege and go kick him out. Hopefully before he sieges it. Which is actually very important, because if he does complete the siege, then he could capture, like, my wife or something like that. So we don't really want that to happen. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Yeah, so one thing I'm a little worried about is that the siege timing is a little close. It shouldn't take us... So what? We have 4 months, he has 6 months. It shouldn't take us 2 months to move our army, but we're going to have to be careful, so... I guess another thing I could do, which I don't do very often, is I could split off. I'm worried about that, though. Leave enough soldiers to continue the siege would be not a bad idea. But we're almost done the siege anyway. We have a son! They want to call him Bercy. Alright, what kind of names do we got here? So the Norse names are hard to say. The Asatru names... Oh, there was Balder? Okay, give me Balder. Balder. I like that. Son Balder. Hopefully you don't get kidnapped. What's this? Enemy ally joins the war. Where are your soldiers? That didn't happen in my test run. Where are you located, my dude? Oh, all the way down here? Okay. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. We got this. It definitely evened out the troop camp, but he's going to lose his county before this even matters. I hope. Okay, let's keep an eye on this. 18 days. We want to pause it immediately. Okay. It's paused. We got a new martial perk, so let's go ahead and get Peacemaker. Not that I want to be making peace very often, but we want it so that we can get Gallant. Which, by the way, Gallant gives us more prowess, more martial, more monthly prestige, everything. It's really good. It makes us more attractive, too, for our wife, who is our one and only. Next to our, as well as our concubines, but... Anyway, let's move on. Hopefully we can get here before 55 days. How long is this going to take? 21 days. Okay, yeah, we're going to kick him out. And if we kick him out, I have a feeling that should allow us to just win the war. I hope. I still don't know where the enemy's allies are. Whatever. Yeah, he's running away now. Oh, we caught him. Alright, let's kick his butt. So we have good advantage here. It just means our army is better. They only have 3 champions. And we would love to just end this war. Yeah, it didn't happen though, huh? Where was that guy coming from? I don't know where his people are. Well, since we killed a bunch of his troops, we'll go and just target another part of his land. And we'll have to respond to his allies if we start to see them. How high can I go? Okay, I can go all the way up to here to see people. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have given his troops. He didn't even raise his army. Or they're, like, taking part in some other war or something. Weird. Religious convictions. I've gotten an idea in my attempts to align Cairo to my interests. Perhaps I should argue that it is in the interest of all Suministos to support me rather than any other... Oh. Yeah, let's keep to diplomatic. We only have a 32% chance because it's a learning challenge, and our learning is not that high. So let's just do this one instead. Not gonna roll the dice too hard here. We won the Battle of Baloo Zero. And we're just gonna siege this up. We have 44% war score. It's gonna keep ticking up because we own the target. The target is the chiefdom of Vologda. We own it now. We've taken it. So every little while that's going to tick up. But it also ticks up when we beat them in battles and siege other locations as well. Yeah, this guy is just not coming. I think he knows. He knows. Alright, so we're sieging this place. It's going to take 7 months. And he is still running. Eventually, he's going to regain control and maybe try to siege up again. He has just enough troops to be able to siege. You only need more. Yeah, okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try this. Station besiegers. And I'm going to cut this guy off over here. Why does this say 100 casualties? Our soldiers are very poor quality. Looks like, did we leave our king sieging? No, there's nobody in charge there. Our king's coming, so hopefully, yeah, we have the advantage. And the numbers advantage. So this will tick our war score up even more. Yeah, you only need enough troops to... Well, it looks like you need... Like, I hit the leave as much to keep a siege going, and it gave me 452. It looks like you only need 290, but maybe they're taking attrition into account. Oh, okay. So who is... This is the guy that we went to war with. He's the chieftain. So now that we have imprisoned him, we can win the war right away and enforce our demands. We're going to get 75 fame. Boom. May your years be short and miserable. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So we get his piece of land now. And we can disband. Which means we'll start making money again. Nice. So a nice, successful war to start. We got about 10 minutes more in this episode. So what are we going to do next? Let's pause it up here. We want to move north. So here's the problem. Because we already went to war with these guys. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Are we not? Yeah, we have a truce. with Vologda. Or no. Or yes. Okay. Right, because this guy's a duke, and this is a duchy of Vologda. The entire place, it's only how many counties? Realms? Well, it's like 4 counties, but they're all part of one duchy. So he's in charge of the whole thing. So we have a truce with him now until... Oh, he's defending in another war. Wait. Who's going to war with you? Oh, he's defending in this guy's war. So that's probably what was happening. This guy is in a war over here. So he's busy. He couldn't come help. He's probably going to win that war, but actually maybe just barely. Cool. Alright, so... The point is, we can't go to war with Vologda until the truce is over. The truce expires 874. So it's 5 years. So we can just move on to Chudia, who does have an ally as well. Who's your ally? Onega. Is Onega part of our goals? It is. Okay. So... So we're going to conquer the county. Similar strength. So it's not going to be that easy. We want easy wars. We don't want a similar war where maybe we'll lose. And maybe they'll ally with somebody else and call them in. Maybe we need an alliance. We only have one kid. He's not our heir. Can we betroth him? Who do we want in our alliance anyway? Hey, let's look at the kingdoms. Or the empires. Because we're not going to like start an alliance with somebody we're going to take over later. Seems like Scandinavia would be a good place to have an ally with, right? Especially with our faith kind of aligning up here. It's not the whole thing. These guys are Suomenusco, but some of them believe in us. So yeah, what if we went to Upland? You got a nice amount of troops on your own. Do you have a daughter? Excuse me? Looks like I'm already... Wait, are we already allies then? Queen Ingrid is my wife, and that's her father. Oh, hell yeah. Maybe that... Okay, that's awesome. So Upland is going to be an alliance of ours. He's raiding. That's another thing we can do too, by the way. We can definitely raid. But I have more ambitions than just raiding. Okay, so we're going to have that alliance. Let's actually let some time pass and let's get that alliance. Amazing. Bjorn Ironside of Upland. Marvelous news. Now, the only problem is he might start calling us into wars, and we might have to decline or something. But let's move on. So this place, Monturov, it seems pretty small. It's definitely part of Russia. He's by himself. He's got 490 troops. He kind of likes me. I'm going to declare war on him. I won't even need to call in my... Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just jump right into it. Raise our armies. It looks like the rally point didn't change. That's annoying. Okay. Looks like we're good. Let's just head on over. So I don't know where he's going. He's going here. Let's meet him there. Yeah, see, when the arrow is yellow, I can still change direction now, but once it locks in, it changes, and now you can't. Where's he going? Again, he has just enough troops that he can maybe siege one of my locations and just potentially cause a small problem, so if we can just fight him first. Our neighboring ruler won a war. Okay. Do I still have a prisoner? I do. Vasa. Will anybody pay for you? They won't. Who's not accepting? Oh, he won't take... Who is this to him? Vasa. Well, it's not any of his family. I can execute her. Oh, yeah, I can sacrifice her to the gods, dude. Let's do it. We gain dread. We gain piety. And it's not tyrannical. Oh, we gain stress because we're just. Alright, we won't do it. Okay. Well, as long as she takes on a Satru, we'll let her go. And maybe we can take a weak hook too. No, it's too much. She won't give us the weak hook. What about recruiting? So she's just going to go into our court, though, and she's not going to like us, so whatever. We can't ransom her. I don't want to execute her and take stress, so we're going to demand her conversion and make her leave. If we find out later, though, that she wasn't trusting in our god, then we'll have words with her. Okay, we're going to try to finish off this war. Oh, our queen is pregnant again. Very good. I have no choice but to accept your conditions. Farewell, Vasa. Can I... I'm going to pin her. There. We're going to follow her. I want to see if she keeps the Asatru, and if she doesn't, I'll hunt her down. Okay, where are you going? He wants to siege Vologda. Good luck with that, bro. I will win decisively. And then once we push him back, we'll be able to just siege out his location in Monteravo. Oh, he's running. Are we going to catch him? I think we will. We got him. We got him. They have decent advantage, but we're still better. They have high-quality troops. A lot of good that did him. Let's get over here. Our glory is widely known. What happened there? Gained a level of fame. Oh, so we're distinguished now. And we want to move towards illustrious, so we can start stealing duchies at a time instead of just counties. I think we wiped out that army. They're totally gone now. So, that's good for us. The army of Vologda is doing something. How? I don't understand that. This is one thing I'll never really understand. Somehow Vologda has an army moving when I am their liege. What? It's like there's a war going on here. Oh, that's outside of our zone. I finished reading the latest letter from Cairo with a smile. It seems to have warmed to me at last. 90% chance we sway him. There. He appreciates the effort. It looks like it's worked. Okay, let's have a quick look at our vassals now. Oh, wait. Was it, who the hell was I even... Was he just in my court? Oh, we captured somebody. Who was I... I don't know, man. I was just swaying someone named Cairo. Am I stupid? I mean, don't answer that, but... Let's sway this guy. We want this vassal to start liking us. Karhu. Okay. There's a war going on in Opalai, which we might be moving towards at some point. So we're going to take this little place of Monteravo. And then we're probably going to end our video there. Oh, here's their army, 83. What are you going to do, bro? Let's speed this up. We'll win this siege, hopefully without any problems. And that's kind of neat. Our kingdom will expand here. And we'll sort of cut off the north, and then we'll start moving north. Who are you? He's a witch? He's a courtier of one of my vassals. We don't like witches. Get in jail. What's in a name? He wants to name him Rurik after me? Alright, fine. He's moving with his 103 men. He avoided. Can we pin him? Alright. Traitor! He's a witch! We don't know where he is. Send him a gift? Arrange a marriage for him? With my son? No. Okay, so... Oh, did we win? Wait, what's happening here? Oh, no, we didn't yet. Okay, I was just in a different screen. There's no way he can siege Vologda with 103 men. So right now, he's got 100 men outside the walls of Vologda, which may or may not even have walls. But regardless, the people are just inside the city, looking at them, and just being like, what? That's all that's happening here. Okay. Vladimir and Opalai were fighting. Don't worry, guys. One day, we'll all be united. We will create Russia. And then we'll see what we do from there. Once we're an emperor. It's very possible that just all the shit that I'll have to deal with will be too much and I'll just collapse. There's a very real possibility of that, but regardless, it'll be fun. Camp dispute. Okay, yeah, this one's pretty easy. Usually we just do this one. Deliver a speech about unity to the crowd. Oh, it didn't work. So we can join in. We can beat the shit out of everybody, 54% chance, or we might get wounded. Ah, whatever. Hey! We just jumped into that fight and just beat the shit out of everybody. We gained fame and martial lifestyle experience. I'll take it. All while sieging Monteravo. We taught them all a lesson. Are you still following the ways? Good. Why don't you come to my court? No? You're not a terrible character. She has no family at all. What are you doing? Oh, she's staying in Vologda. Or maybe she's moved, yeah, up here. So this kingdom, or this chiefdom is called Vologda, and this county is called Vologda. But it's under the kingdom of Gardariki. Kind of weird. Why is it paused? Finish this off. 2 months. They're starving. It's all going well. We're taking attrition, though. 6% per month. It's pretty heavy. It's actually, like, hurting quite a bit. I wonder why the attrition is so high. Is it because there's no development? Yeah, 1 development. That's probably why. So this area that we're sieging is, like, literally the actual biggest pile of crap on the planet. Now we have a dangerous faction. Okay, hold on. So things are happening now. Alright, we captured the chieftain of Monteravo. So we've won the war. Enforce our demands. We get the title. We get the fame. This is the same fame that we spent to start the war. So we end up having this location now. We can disband. No more attrition. Our kingdom is growing. And next time, when we come back, we're going to have to deal with this peasant rabble, which is getting a little stronger. So, Rusa, Tikvin, Belazero, and Vologda. So let's look at Belazero for a second. It has 100 control, 0 development. The culture is incorrect. Popular opinion. So the culture in these locations, wow, the control is so low. This control is 100. All right, here's what we're going to do before we sign out for today. We're going to take our council, we're going to take our marshal, and we're going to increase control in Vologda. It's not letting me click on anything. Oh, is it because the game's paused? That doesn't make sense. Go to 1 speed, unpause, go to my council, increase control in Vologda. There we go. So the problem with having such low control is we get like next to no money from them. So even though Vologda is inside my own domain, the control is 1%, which means we're getting 0 money and only 156 troops, where we could be getting a lot more if we increase the control. And the development is 0. Holy smokes, the development, even in our capital, which I believe is this, is 0. So we're really, like, we're dealing with sticks and huts and stuff. Even this place that had 1 was better than us. So that's going to be a big problem. So we're going to have a huge empire, hopefully, and we're going to have to get the development up everywhere. So that's going to be something we're going to have to do in the far future. But guys, thank you so much for watching. These episodes are going to be about an hour long. This one went a little longer. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we will see you in the next one.